day 22. We're in the tent with some coffee. Super heavy dew in the tent today. There's like no wind. It's ridiculous. So I got my little headlamp on. I put on in the morning. So there's Gabrielle. How you doing, G? Whoop, whoop, whoop. There we go.
I'm doing good.
Good. We both slept really good last night. We're pretty stoked. Gabrielle said I did a couple, just like flinched in my tent kind of thing. I thought, well, if I turn, I do that sometimes on my back to my side with my quilts. But I don't remember having any crazy dreams last night, though. So good morning, day 2. We're going to get packed up and get on the trail. Good morning again. It's day 22. We got out at 6:58, which is okay. We had a really nice coffee in the morning, and the tent was freaking like a rain inside the tent. So we basically just folded up our tent, so carrying a little bit of extra weight. Good news is it's warm and sunny, and bad news is I got 3/4 of a liter of electrolytes for 8 miles till the next water. This will be a challenge. And then after that, we have 12 more miles because we're going for 20 miles today. So it's gonna be a good day. Let's see. We're over 11,000 feet right now. I don't know the details of the elevation stuff. I know that we're going up right now though, which is unfortunate since I have the video going. Where's she? There she is. I packed up pretty good. Got a different packing strategy I used this morning, which I'll explain. We're not going uphill. All right. We're kind of skirting this hill. We went up it. Now we're on the side of it. So, hey, this is a different morning for us for sure. You can see my hand waving there. The sun is on us right away, which is nice for warmth. But our feet are dry. Our socks are dry, and our shoes are dry. The whole shoe, insole, everything, which is really nice. And as long as we don't tramp through a bunch of wet grass, which I don't really think we're gonna do, we're gonna have some dry feet today, which really is a treat. This is what a typical uphill trail looks without switchbacks. It's just kind of straight up. Luckily it's not crazy steep, and it goes up and then down. So I think today, hey, you were gonna have a lot of the same, right? Like yesterday, meadows?
I think so.
Yeah, we think we're gonna have meadows, probably more cows if there's more meadows. So I talked to some of the hikers yesterday about the cows and everything. Slowed everybody down because they were like all over the trail and stuff. And everybody commented on the cows with the horns. But I didn't know a milking cow could have horns. So that's kind of interesting. I'm gonna figure that one out later. We've been hiking now for, I don't know, an hour and a half, 2 hours almost. And we got some pretty flowers in the sun here.
We've been hiking for a little over an hour.
Okay, a little over an hour. Yeah, it's been really cool. A lot of rocks. So it's been, it's tough because you can't do your normal pace because you're always stretching a little bit before or after and trying to find a good landing spot. So it's really tiring. It's probably why our feet were so sore last night and everything. So we gotta be making good time though. So that's great. We haven't had killer ups. We have a number of ups and a number of downs. This is down right now. At one point, we did have some nice trail with like no rocks. That was about 100 feet maybe. But you see, the forest is really nice, open.
Mostly because of all the dead trees.
Yeah, but that's actually, there aren't dead trees because it's open. Got that. It must be kind of on the ridge line right here, because it kind of drops off the edge to our right. But don't know. We're just kind of cruising, getting closer to the next water. I haven't had any water. Should probably take a couple gulps. Yeah, so Gabrielle was saying she was taking some sips. I was switching to the back camera when you were talking. Yeah. Now, and you had a bobo bar too, right?
Yeah, most of it.
Most of it. Yeah, I haven't had anything to eat yet.
Oh.
That almost makes me kind of tireder.
Yeah.
When I do that.
I had my peanut butter, and then I had my hot chocolate and coffee this morning too.
Oh.
The peanut butter, I got like the squeeze tube.
Yeah.
And I just kind of squeezed a mouthful.
That's good.
That's
Whoops.
fantastic.
Oh, no. Gabrielle.
That's wet and muddy.
Wow, there go our dry shoes.
Dry clean.
Dry clean shoes.
Well, I'm not really going to have a great water source to be able to
Yeah.
clean that out either.
No, it's going to be gnarly.
Fantastic.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So excited about that.
I totally heard that too. It's like you just kicked a pool of water.
Well, yeah, it's slippery on the side. Just slid straight.
Oh, you slid.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't step.
No, I slid.
Oh, it sucks. I got some rocks here to navigate. Let's see what's going on behind me here. Oh.
I'm so excited about this.
Yeah, that's a bummer, G. All right, well, things are going good. It's good that we're in the forest. We're not getting pummeled by the sun. I don't really want to sweat now because that's just I'm gonna need more water then. So it's really nice that this is kind of the situation right now. Yeah.
It was a little over 5 miles to water.
All right. No problem. Up to Trail Junction. It's been really calm this morning.
You go straight.
Baldy Lake Trail. Baldy Lake. Ah.
Yeah, so if you're really desperate for water.
Oh, you go to Baldy Lake. 5 miles down. Maybe there's a stream or something.
No, it's 0.5.
Oh, it's 0.5.
It's just straight down.
Is there a point there?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, there is. That is a tiny point. Sheep Creek. And there's our crests on the tree. Trail took a little turn here. Like on this big hill. Bunch of rocks. We're a little closer just a minute ago. Gabrielle could hear the pikas talking to her. Woo. I think I see a tent to the right. Looks kind of orange. And the trees there. That would be wood. Yeah, could be. All right. Maybe it's the beginning of the meadows. Meadow everywhere again. We're gonna have to put some sunscreen on pretty quick. Feel the back of my calves. Well, this is not your typical trail maintenance right here. Got this thing like holding up this tree right here, being across the trail. You know? Looks like it's working. Well, there's a big pile of hail right here. Yeah. It must have just calmed down and not gotten very hot. Those are pretty good sized hail chunks too.
Yeah.
Those are big peat.
I saw some in the tree, so I was going back. I'm like, that's real.
Oh my gosh, look, that's huge.
Like, to scale.
Those things were, I wouldn't want those hitting my tent. Wow, it just opened up. We're on our way down to the water source, 1.4 miles. So we're going to be fine. I still have plenty of water left. All around us to the left and straight ahead. Actually to our left and really to our right. Some pretty serious mountains. So I suspect we're going to kind of head somewhere over here to the left. I'm really not sure. Woo! A lot of rocks. Really nice morning. All right, we're at another trailhead. But we don't go that way, we go this way. Definitely been dropping. Trail's been okay. Flattening out a little bit, which is really nice. Temperature's still just fantastic for hiking. In the trees it is, it's just great. So it's just about 10 o'clock. Have probably right around or less than a mile to go. And my watch says we're at around 11,600 feet. So we've gone up and we've gone down. So I think we're higher than when we started this morning, but you know, not by much if we are. So we're like right on schedule. This is just fantastic because our goal is for 20 miles. So if we leave the water by 11 with like 12 miles to go, and we want to stop at, let's say, 5, that's 6 hours, 2 miles an hour, that's 12 miles. It's totally doable, including, you know, stops and whatever else happens. So that's super cool. Well, it looks like we're coming out some kind of meadow. I can kind of see a little bit through the trees. Woo! Look at this, gee. Wow. Nice. Wow. I saw some critter jumping up there. Might be a bird. Woo! It goes way to our right, too. Wow. And you just pop out of the forest. Now we can see more to the right. Almost looks like a front, but the weather's supposed to hold up. I'll do another forecast check tonight. That'll give me a detailed 24-hour forecast. So I don't know if you can tell the details of the flowers from here, but there's got some yellow daisies. There are also a lot of just classic dandelions mixed in here. And we kind of have the light violet flowers as well. We've got quite a variety of flowers here. So we broke out into this meadow. Here's the first water source. Pretty sure there's another one. I mean, it's the same one, just further down. But we're gonna get a tiny bit of water. I can't even see where you're getting your water at, G. Where is it? Oh my gosh, it's inside there. You guys can see that, but yeah, you're draining a little bit. Whew. Wow.
That looks pretty good to me.
That's awesome. So we're having our kind of morning snack thing. We can't get water here. It's a little, just particles in it, but it's not yellow. So I dumped out I had a little bit of that stuff left, and like, get that stuff out. And I cleaned out my bottle with some fresh water, but it's barely flowing. It's like really bad. It's hard to find a spot to get some water. But that had to be the easiest water carry of really any length we've ever had. I mean, we had to plan, so that was a little, and we had to get the crappy water, but because of the trail and the weather, we were hardly drinking any water. I mean, I was just pounding the water in the last, mile, half mile, just to use it up.
Left.
Yeah, I was just using it up because it was full of electrolytes, and I didn't want to dump that. So
Yeah.
So I'm pretty water full right now. We'll do the same thing when we leave. We have, you said 4 miles to the next water?
Oh, like 7.5.
Oh, 7.5. Okay, so, but with the weather, I'm just going to do 1 liter, but I'll do a full liter though. And I'll put some electrolytes in that because the water just goes through you. I could put some of my salt in there too. I could do that. In fact, I might actually just do that. Anyway, we're feeling really good. There are a few skeeters here, but it's not bad at all though. So, but the sun's not really out right now, which is a bummer because
we're trying to dry out our tents.
We're trying to dry out our tents. And you see my tent there.
Which are pretty much like sopping.
Yeah, they're like dripping. So maybe we'll lose some of the drippage or something like that.
It better be clear when we set up our tents, otherwise it's going to be.
It's going to be wet inside.
Uncomfortable night.
Yeah. So, yeah, I should check the weather. It's only like 10:30 right now. Oh, so I did the math. So if we left here at 11, which we'll probably leave before that, and we get to camp to 5, that'll give us 6 hours. Even if we hike 2 miles an hour, that'll give us 12 miles, which is, we actually just need a little less actually than 12 miles. So we should be able to do that no problem unless
we're probably going to end
something
up doing
weird
slightly
happens.
Over 20 though.
You think, because we're going to get past the road, is that it?
Yeah, because we either camp at like just barely 20, or we camp, above 20. There's no like.
It's so typical.
Yeah. So.
Anyway, we'll see how we're feeling there. I feel pretty good right now, but.
I feel pretty good. My feet are a little tired.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah. My feet stopped squeaking. I actually had to stop once because the insole must have been rubbing on the shoe and it was squeaking. It was so irritating. It's nice when you hike, you can hear the gravel, you can hear all there was or whatever the sound was. It was like this long squeak. This is driving me crazy, man. I can't concentrate on anything else. So, but it stopped. Finally, it stopped. So, I know that's kind of a strange thing, but it is distracting when you hear this long squeak on every step on your right foot. So that's taken care of. So we're just munching. I'm having a Pop-Tart. What do you have? Oh, you have Pop-Tart too?
Pop-Tart and
berry Pop-Tart?
Peanut butter.
Nice. I got a beef stick, but I think I can eat. That's until lunch. But so I might hold that.
Stop for lunch at like 1 or something.
Yeah, I have a lot of food related to lunch and afternoon hiking.
Yeah.
There's this giant like beef thing. Whoa! And there's a mosquito there. Anyways, insects. All right, it's 11:10. Oh, we took like a longer break than we wanted. It was totally my fault. The clouds kind of come in a little bit. I mean, we don't think it's gonna rain, but you never know. So I'm like, okay, I got to get my Frog Tog top, accessible on the top of my pack. And I didn't see it. And I didn't see it on the top of the inside of my pack. I'm like, crap, where is it, So I started digging through my pack, pulling stuff out. It's like it's not here. And Gabrielle goes, hey, is that it on the log? I'm like, yes. It was brown. I didn't notice it. I'm like, crap. Shoved everything else in the pack. Of course, the pack was way better packed right now. Everything, the pack rolled down way further, but probably wasted 5 minutes for sure. We also, my sternum straps, which I use, so the pressure's not on the edges of my shoulders. I wear the pack really low. It kind of sits like on just above my tailbone. It just feels like a day pack when I do that. And So the shrimp shop was like getting like a thing. So we lowered that. So those two together put us a little bit behind. You might think, hey, what's the deal? It's 10 minutes and you got the whole day. Well, when it gets near the end of the day around 5, I don't care what the hiking situation is, we're just tired. A lot of it's mental. So we don't want to get in a position where we have a bunch of miles to do, you know, when it's 5 o'clock. We want to be, our style of hiking is we want to be at camp at the site by 5. So we'll probably still make that. She said we do have a couple of significant uphills. She never tells me the details, which is fine with me. I don't really want to know. Just like the weather, I could have checked the forecast on the Garmin, but I'm like, you know, I don't want to know everything. That's part of the, you know, I don't want the technology to kind of take away from the nature part of it. I know that sounds kind of strange. And, you know, we've all benefited from the technology. Our packs are so freaking light because of all the technology and everything. And the water filtration is just amazing. But my filter is not, the flow is significantly lower now since we filled up the water from the cow stream. Yeah. So I need to get that thing back flushed. But it did, the water, you couldn't see anything, but there must have been some pretty serious stuff in there that we couldn't see that was clogging up the filter. So anyways, so we're cruising, we're feeling great. Plenty of food, all that. Weather is fantastic. We did put some sun stuff on our legs because when the sun is on us, it's super bright and you can feel it. So, and other than that, we're all set. Stay stoked. This is worthy of a video. So Gabrielle pulled one of the hailstones. Wait, look how big that thing is. Wait, hold her hand. That is like, that's bigger than a pea. Okay, you do not want that landing on your body or your tent.
It's like a gumball almost.
Yeah.
And this is probably partially melted.
Yeah,
So
we don't know when that
bigger.
actually fell. So it's bizarre weather. So this is looking back. Look at that trail. How smooth that is. All the whining and complaining is because that's the kind of trail we want. See, this has some roots in it. That's still okay. Oh, Gabrielle said we have more of this. The reason we love this stuff, I mean, hey, we're in the wild, so we can't dictate what we want. But we like this because you don't have to think about, like, how high am I going to have to lift my back foot that I can't see above that rock so I don't trip and fall. You don't have to alter your pace, your step. You just cruise. And I know it sounds really strange, but it does take mental strength to do the calculations or whatever so your feet land where you want. And when you don't have to do that, your body becomes like way more relaxed, not just like physically, but like emotionally too. And then you can think about other stuff and you can talk, and it's just much more relaxed. So that's why. Whew. Yeah, a lot of falls here. Yeah, we talked to the Tin Man about the forest, and I'll tell you more about that in another video. Very interesting. Oh, somebody's chain broke. Oh, bummer. What? Upper Razor Spur Trail. Somebody's got a chain right there.
Oh,
that's gotta suck. Yeah. So, all right. That's good. We got a little sun, as opposed to big dark gray clouds with no sun. How you feeling about this uphill, G?
It's all right.
Yeah. I feel great.
I feel so-so.
So. Yeah. I think it's that Pop-Tart. And I guzzled down my electrolytes, which is the Celsius and the matcha powder stuff. Whatever that is. So we're kind of at a little bit of a saddle right here. It's just a wasteland of beetle-infested dead trees that have been chopped down. Wow. So the story that we heard from Tin Man, who's lived in Wyoming for 20 years, now lives in Florida. I asked him more about that because when he talked about it last night, I said, you seem to speak with some authority about this. Were you part of the Forest Service or something like that? He says, no. He says, I saw the forest die in my 20 years of Wyoming. He says, what happened is that when they were harvesting the trees, the lumber companies got permission from the Forest Service to just plant log poles, whatever the trees are called, lodgepole trees, instead of what was there before. It was a diversity of different types of trees. Well, it turns out the lodgepoles are perfect for the beetle. And you'll notice there's a lot of those trees around here. And what happened, the beetles were in the perfect environment because they could go from one tree to the next because there's no diversity. And they essentially took over and just started killing the forest. And I said, do you mean it's all the way from like the border Canada down here? And he said, yeah. He says, a lot of the CDT, Continental Divide Trail, you're going through forests like this, which is a large majority of just dead trees. So basically, the Forest Department gave permission to the logging companies to do this. Now that was, at least I'm thinking 30 years ago. What a monumental screw up of forest management. Because if you've looked across, and I've shown you the videos, it's just carnage of dead trees. We don't see much of that in the Sierras in California. They must have done something right. I don't know what it was, but that's a story from Tin Man. See, I want to add a little bit more about the whole lodgepole debacle thing. I can understand the position from the forest companies because, if you're planting a crop, whether it's corn, wheat, or trees, you want to have the same kind of thing. You're not going to mix corn with wheat. So I can see it's a lot simpler, more efficient if you just have everything like lodgepole pines. But just with like corn and everything else, once you get the insect that loves corn, they can go crazy, and you have to use some pretty serious insecticides when they do that kind of thing. So yeah, I get that. What I don't understand is the Forest Service, though, and all their infinite wisdom of research and all the budgeting from the government, all the grants for PhD researchers and stuff like that. Why they couldn't figure that out? I mean, it seems kind of obvious to me, I don't know. Maybe there's a lot of political stuff going on there that we'll never know about. Don't know. So, while I've been talking, we're on a ridge line right here. You can see there's valley below us on that side, and there's valley below us on that side, and we're just cruising on the ridge line. Very Pacific Crest Trail-esque. Pretty cool. So Gabrielle said we stay on this for quite a while, And that's why we have ups and downs, because we're following the ridgeline. Well, it's about 12:50 and we're just kind of cruising along. Gabrielle was munching on some peanut M&Ms, I noticed, and I had a beef stick. So we really haven't stopped for lunch. We might not really have a longer stop, just kind of quick break. We both have a bunch of food for lunch. So we're doing really good on time. Got a number of up and downs. So Gabrielle said we have one more big up, and then all the rest is actually down, which would be great. So we'll probably stop and have some food here in just a little bit. The terrain changes all the time. We went through a few aspens, just crazy. This is probably a good camping area right here. Yeah. We're kind of starting to figure out how to spot campgrounds. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but when you got a lot of up and downs, when you get, to the top of the up, it flattens out before it goes back down. So you start looking then. There's bound to be something. So it's still a really pleasant day. We have not got rained on. Those clouds have kind of dispersed. So I think we're going to be good again today. Maybe we'll get something later in the afternoon, but it's going to be a few hours for sure, if anything. See a few berry plants right now. Oh yeah, I don't know if those are salmon berries or raspberries or what.
A bunch of those.
Oh yeah, there's the red right
They're
here.
like wild raspberries or something.
Yeah.
I'm not quite brave enough to eat
Yeah,
them.
I'm not sure. They're
But,
probably fine though.
Look at that.
Oh yeah, the whole. Woo.
It looks exactly like a raspberry.
You want to try?
You want to try?
I'll try. I'm gonna try it.
But look, there's tons of them.
Oh yeah.
Big ones back there.
Let's see. Put a little bit on my tongue. They taste like raspberry.
Yeah, there's tons of them. This is serious foraging. Got a big hillside of them.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see if I turn blue or something during lunchtime break.
If you have an EpiPen.
My EpiPen. I do not have that. Thankfully, I'm not at that level. Yeah, they're all over the place here. Huh, cool. Alongside the trail, see the berries, raspberries with the purple flowers, bees. Really nice. Thankfully, they have switchbacks. Yo, G, you're cruising.
Sure doesn't feel like it.
You disappeared, and then all of a sudden I took a short little video break, and you're on my back, man. It's been one of the longer ones of the day. You can totally tell that a lot of mountain bikes are riding this thing. Oh, and there's the S. This is what's really hard. That's coming up. She's right there behind me. Whew. I don't know what this is. Oh, hi there. Is it something's here? All right. Is this the top?
Yes.
It's the top, G. But it looks like there's more. I don't know. This is like a fake top or something.
It goes up.
All right, so that was kind of the top. Kind of not the top. There's a road there though. So we're gonna go to the very top so maybe we can look over and there's an epic view. That's the hope. So I think we're at the top. I don't know if we can get a better view, so You can see across this valley, which is full of those meadows like we hiked on yesterday. And then way in the distance, there's mountains. There's a big valley between us and the mountains. I don't know, you know if you can see that on the picture or not, or the video. But it's gorgeous, this clouds. Woo!
Do you see a spot you'd like to sit?
No. That's maybe right here. I don't know if we can see anything better or not. There's trees everywhere. Oh, I can see like a meadow of trees on the other side, but I mean, we're not going down there and back up. Search for a spot. We're finishing up our lunch here. I had something new here I haven't had before, which is good that we do that. So that's some garlic and herb. It's a Swanson's chicken. Got 80 calories, 11 grams of protein, so it's okay. It was all right.
Yeah.
It was good. What'd you have? You already packed away.
I had like lemon and like herb, like chicken sauce thing. You know, it's only 70 calories.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the best thing is the tuna. But it's good to switch though. I mean, this tasted good today. But if I had it tomorrow and the next day, it'd be all over for like a year.
Yeah. So tomorrow I'll probably have cheese.
Yeah, I got my cheese and crackers tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But I was gonna have because I have a tuna, you know, it's in safflower oil. It's not quite as good, but calorie.
Right.
But I decided to have this one because it's stinking heavy for like only 70 calories. I'm like, I'm getting this out of my pack.
Yeah. So this is the newest find this year. I think this first year we've seen these things. Velveeta. Reminds me of like, you know, oh shoot.
Don't waste the precious
Something
parcels.
fell out on the ground. Reminds me of Velveeta.
But it's infinitely better
But
tasting.
it's better. And the first ingredient is like rolled oats. Second's enriched, you know, which is, you know, a disaster for the whole grain. And it's got rapeseed oil, canola oil. So that's not optimal, but you know,
You get what you can get.
You can get what you can get, and it has 230 calories for a pack, which is fantastic.
Yeah, they're really light.
Yeah, they're light. How many? What's the protein on this thing? I don't see.
It's probably only like 3 or 4.
Protein, 3 grams.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, yeah, 3 grams of protein. So that's less. Basically, a slice of whole grain bread, regardless of the grains in there, is about 5 grams of protein. So that's my baseline. It's like there's less protein in this than one slice of bread, and you pay a lot of money for this. So you
don't pay that much money for that, and it tastes better than bread, and it packages better than bread.
Oh, I'm thinking, I haven't done this yet, so this is all, you know, talk. But you start with a slice of bread, and then you just, you know, you gin it up something good that'll last a couple of weeks, and you got yourself, you know, you buy a whole loaf of bread, you're saving like $50 or something like that, you know. Anyways, I don't know, what am I talking about? Yeah, so we're about done. Our tents are.
You could dehydrate your bread.
There you go. So I'm drying out my tent. It's hanging there.
Which is called crackers.
Exactly. We've moved on now, gee. So yeah, we're drying stuff out. Geez, tent's drying out. So I did not dry out my.
Didn't you already do that?
Those things probably dry already. I was talking about my ground cloth, the tie back. That thing dries out in like minutes.
Mine was wet, not from like yesterday, because it was wet. And I didn't dry it out yesterday, so.
Yeah.
I want to make sure.
All right, we're gonna finish up here and get on the trail. We have 6 miles to go, and it is just after 2. So we should get to camp by 5, which would be good. And Gabrielle swears that it's downhill and kind of flat, really smooth. No big rocks on the trail.
I don't know
sandy.
what the condition of the trail is. I can only tell you the elevation profile.
Oh, I thought for sure I heard smooth. I don't know. Maybe
the elevation profile looks smooth.
There you go. Okay, that's close enough for now. went around. All right, it's 2:15. Got 6 miles to go. Goal is to be to camp at 5. I think we could do that. So, and like I said, Gabrielle guaranteed a smooth trail. So we'll see how that goes. Nice afternoon stroll. So we need to drop about 1,800 feet, something like that, from where we had lunch. Within that 6 miles. So very nice foliage around here. We got some junipers, some kind of juniper that got berries. Sometimes they have berries on them. We got aspens, although we don't have them right now. Just behind us. These are nice trees that are alive. They're not just like lodgepole. I don't think they look like they have more like branches coming out of them. Whereas that one really doesn't, the dead one. Interesting. I don't know. Just a hiker. Just kind of cruising through the flowers. Usually we have quite a mixture, but this is pretty much the same. Now we were walking outside of the aspens. A van. Look at that, got a van. All right. Well, there's a crest right up here. Nice. Hey, is that the dog we saw? Yeah. Ooh. All right. We see the crest here. What does that mean exactly? We go across the meadow?
No, we stay on this road.
Oh, we do?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So we're down about, 10,700.
350.
350. So we got to get out of this and go down then.
No, we don't get out.
It looks like it just slopes down then?
Yeah.
So, we're kind of like at the saddle of the valley.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. It's really pretty. Look at those flowers.
Oh.
Ooh.
It's like different shades of like purple and pink.
Yeah. All right, so we're leaving. Here we go. Oh, we almost were in the
Wow, that is a
Gunnison.
deep.
Whoa.
I've never seen one that deep
I don't know
before.
if you guys can see this, but this is scary for us too. Yeah. All right. Is that Gunnison?
Yep.
How you say that?
So
I thought we were on that for a while. From the Monarch Pass. Or maybe it just said Gunnison is the town
that's
we were
the
going
naked
toward.
triangle.
Go!
He's enjoying the road.
We heard it here. We just happened to stop here because here is the big 3-0, Gabrielle.
Whoop,
We did.
whoop.
Now that's standard. We have more than that because we have some bonus miles. So I don't know exactly, but that's pretty good. Here's so we have 300. We have bonus miles from taking the west collegiate route, and we had bonus miles. What was the other bonus?
Elbert.
Oh, Mount Elbert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we did skip a few miles around Twin Lakes because we didn't walk all the way around it.
Oh, we did. Well, we just forget about that.
So we're probably missing maybe 2 miles from that or something like that.
Oh, okay. Or whatever, round to 0, really.
I'm okay with that.
No, that would have been even more of a brutal day when we hiked that. That was Twin Lakes. I don't remember the hike. All I remember is that, man, we got to our camp pretty late, I thought, and we were worked. So.
That was the.
Did we go over a pass? Yes.
Yeah, we went over Hope Pass.
That was a killer pass.
And then when we got, that was our most sloped campsite. And then it was the lightning instant thunder in the mountains right above us.
I remember that.
Surprisingly well,
That's why
considering how like sloped and weird our campsites were. Slept surprisingly well.
It's like when you say that, that could be one of 3 or 4 campsites. We've had some doozies. I had one where it was like level 1, level 2, and I slept up there. If I went over here, I would like slip off.
No, this was really the one in like all the trees.
Oh, the lightning was above our heads and all that, and we heard literally like the crack of the lightning. Yeah, we both looked at each other like we're like what's gonna happen next? We're waiting for the boom or something.
Yeah.
Like the disintegration of us both or something. I remember that. Yeah.
And then it
How can I
cleared
forget?
up, and we had a nice dinner.
Yeah.
And then more.
Oh, we met the kid from Portland.
Yeah.
And we met the couple went by from Jersey or New York. Yeah, that was cool. All right. Good times, already reminiscing, and it's only day 22. All right, G, what are we coming up to here?
Highway 114.
All right, it says stop. Well, I'm going to stop for these things. So we're going to cross this and we cross it?
Go right. No, you have to walk along it for a little bit.
Whoa, really?
Yep.
For how long? Not very long, huh?
1.5 miles.
Oh, okay, so we cut off down in the valley. Oh yeah, I can see a trail in the valley there. All right. We love these road walks. Giant cars coming up behind us. All right, here we go. 1/2 mile. Looks like we get off in the valley though, so that would be cool. Probably a private land thing or something why they don't do that right away. Usually when you get weird stuff like this, that's what it's all about. We came down from up there about what, six motocross riders. That's not the right word. Yeah. Anyways, they came screaming out where we were walking, so they were behind us the whole time. And so there's our stream, the cow stream goes down here, and it looks like there's something up there. The main road kind of goes up here and swings around. And goes there and swings around here.
Coming?
Yep. Old Spanish North Branch. Wow. Oh, it's Ute country. So she says we have a couple miles. 2 miles, and our last water is like 1.5 miles kind of thing.
1.6.
All right. Yeah. All right. So then we'll fully stock up.
And then we should. As far as I remember, I don't think we have more than like 3 or 4 miles the next day of needed water.
Oh, cool. So we have descended to the bowels of the trip here. We're at 9,500 feet. We were over 11,000 earlier today. It's kind of hot. I told G, I said, hey, be aware of possible snakes. We did see a garter snake, although it didn't look like the regular garter snake to me. I didn't see the stripe, and it was pretty dark, but it was really thin, like a garter snake. But I'm not an expert in snakes, so we'll just leave it at that. Beautiful country. Look at the meadow here. Whew. It's super pretty. So it's about getting close to 4 o'clock. We timed everything just about right. Get to camp by 5 for sure. I'm gonna get our campsite picked out and everything. Should be good. So we're just walking up this valley, away from we took a left, away from the main valley with the road. And then on our left right now, we have a whole another area right there where it feels like Wild West kind of scenery. In fact, you see a group of guys kind of riding down on their horses. We have about another mile. Then we're going to start looking for campsites.
Dad's got his water for camp and tomorrow morning. In order to do 20, we have to go at least 0.2 more. But the question is, where will the campsites be? Will it be 0.2 or will it be, 1 mile?
I'm really out of balance right now.
I know, it's weird having water.
5 pounds on my right side.
Yeah, I'm not used to having really any water on that side now. So,
looks like we found our spot. It's 4:38. So we're gonna set up our tents, we think, right there. Got a nice view up. And I'll show you that a little bit later, but we got the whole nice view of the valley right here as well as across. So that's pretty cool up there, whatever that is. So yeah, definitely some good cow pies close by in case these really could get interesting. Cows know about this place too. Got some nice foil in there and a knee brace, so there's all sorts of medical equipment in case we need it. All right, time to get the tents up. I don't know what we want to do about washing. I don't know about that water down there.
oh, I could go down. Yeah, I don't think so, Dad.
I don't feel that dirty.
I have wipes.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a couple of wipes. So kind of get things dry out. Of course, since we put everything out, this giant cloud got in front of the sun right here, but it's still, we got a nice little breeze coming down. Miscellaneous articles hanging everywhere, and we have our main drying rack because it's important not only to dry but to air out. So there's the Garmin right there. We're doing our check-in. I think that's the Garmin, right? Am I pointing at the Garmin? Yeah. Do a little communicating tonight with Katrina. There's a nice dry rack. Stuff like that. Gabrielle's styling the hiker bikini. We got our tent. We amazingly got our tents up because they looked really close together.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, because let's show close. The trick though is I don't know how flat and level mine's actually going to be. Yeah, we've done
way worse.
We've done closer for sure.
Well, we've been closer, more slanted.
Yeah. The only thing with this campsite is you got to watch out you don't step in like ancient, or I don't know how ancient cow piles, because they are massive. Your whole foot could get stuck in one of those. So we were pretty tired, but I was just looking up there. I think Gabrielle sets up before that. That looks like the epic camp spot up there, but you know what? We're not gonna worry about that right now. Yeah, we have our super.
Disassemble your shoes.
Oh yeah, disassemble my shoes, get a little air in those. Yeah. Well, I'm okay because I didn't step in a big pile of muddy water this morning.
Well, more so for,
For stink.
your foot and
Stink,
health.
odor, sanity, sanitation. Dinner time. So what am I having? You want a closer look? I'm having scrambled egg with bacon bits, which is one of the highest protein meals that we actually have. And I had a Snickers bar just to kind of warm up the evening. So what do you have, G?
I have breakfast skillet. So I have eggs, sausage, and there's little hash browns. Peppers in there.
And some peppers. So that is even a higher protein. That's like 30 something.
It's like 28 or something.
All right, because mine's like 23 or whatever. It's just, and the amount of eggs, it's just it's not that much either. So I gotta decide whether I'm going to eat a beef stick or not either. So G thinks she might be short on lunches, but we're not sure, or breakfasts. Anyway, we got to double check our food.
It should be fine because
we have plenty of stuff.
I have other stuff.
But we just want to.
You
just want to know.
I have probably an extra tuna.
Yeah. So we just checked the weather. So today's Thursday, right? Mm-hmm. Sunday we're going to go into Lake View.
I think it's Lake City.
Lake City, and there's a church there, a Presbyterian church, that actually feeds hikers for free on
Sunday
nights. Is that cool? And they have this website with just all this helpful stuff.
They have a hiker center.
Hiker Center.
Yeah.
It's definitely a big outreach, and that's pretty cool. I'm thinking, maybe I could do that for archers for the Oregon Coast Trail. That'd be pretty cool. But regardless, and they have a shuttle that picks you up at 12:30. So we need to get there by 12:30 on Sunday. So we're working it backwards. So the weather on Sunday right now, it just says like some rain, 0.12 inches. And on Saturday, it's 0.08. And tomorrow is like 0, perfectly clear, and actually pretty warm too. So we're gonna have a good couple days, and then probably Saturday will probably be the typical, rain in the afternoon kind of thing, and then Sunday might actually be some rain, so we're not sure. But so Sunday is the super exposed. It's like we're on a different planet. So
it's called the Snow Mesa.
The Snow Mesa, but it's probably because it's white, and it's gonna be brutal like a desert when we hike through that thing. Unless it's lightning and thundering.
And then you're the tallest thing for miles.
Yeah, tallest thing for miles. So we got we'll see how that all plays out. So, but usually, if we start in the morning, you're going to be fine. Even all the weather we've seen, it's never thundered and lightning before noon. So we just gotta get started early. So we're trying to work it backwards, so we have no more than like 10 miles. And that'll get us there, before 11 on Sunday. So we don't know where we're going to stay yet, so we can kind of look at that tonight. Okay. So don't steal my thunder, okay? Gabrielle, her logistic skills is going to figure out exactly where we're going to stay tonight. That's about it for right now. I'll tell you, but we did our 20 miles. Tomorrow we're going to go for 25. Which, as a couple, I don't think we've ever done 25 together.
Yeah, we did. When we did the Wildwood Trail, we did 30.
Oh, we did 30, but that was without a backpack, though.
Yeah.
That was a Portland Wildwood.
The Eddiesville Trailhead, which is 25.4 miles away, has a pit toilet and a nice spot to camp near the parking lot, warm and clean.
That's tomorrow, because we want to go 25. Nice.
Exactly.
Wow. So we don't have to figure out a campsite. We're just we're gonna come in there, completely exhausted, broken and wrecked.
After a tough, quiet, hot, dry section, this was a nice spot.
Is there a stream right there too? Do you have water? We
like 0.1 away. So yes.
But is it actually a stream or just like today the water was actually, and yesterday was
good.
pretty pathetic. It just says flowing.
Yeah.
Is it what kind of water source is it? Like a stream or?
It says Trail Carrasses Stewart Creek.
Creek. Yeah, we need to clean up a little bit here. When you feel your skin just kind of like clammy, that's what it feels like right now. Not good. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, good, because we're on. All right, so good evening. This is day 22. Is that correct?
Longest trip you've ever done.
Longest ever. And we passed the 300-mile mark. And so we're pretty stoked. That was a milestone for us. It's hiking together, so that was a pretty good deal. So we started in that meadow, which is pretty good, which was going to be a non-condensation or condensation night. Turned out it was probably the worst ever.
Not only that, but it didn't rain, but the outside of our tents, it might as well have.
Yeah, my sleeping bag actually had. It was kind of wet on the top.
Drips.
I know. It was.
I did not have that, so I was grateful for that. But
yeah, I'm not sure how that actually happened. Anyway, so that was a bummer. But that's kind of the way it is. We dried it off. We dried the tents off a little bit. Oh, so we had that short breakfast, and then when we had our little lunch break, we were on the top of that ridge.
Yeah.
And the sun was out. Everything's completely
there was a
dry.
little bit more wind.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had kind of a, I don't know. It was a kind of a no nonsense morning.
Yeah. A little bit of a meadow, a little bit of this and that.
Yeah. And then we had 8.2 miles to get to water.
Yeah, and that was like no problem. I was guzzling my water.
Yeah,
because it was so cool, right?
Yeah, well,
we didn't need it.
Yeah, because we weren't really in the sun, and we didn't have tons of uphill at that point. It wasn't until after we got to the water.
Yeah, that's right. That's when we had
we had like
Yeah.
3 kind of like steeper. I mean, they were short. They weren't super long.
No.
But, you know,
Yeah,
at
it's
that
really
point
different.
the sun was out and I was feeling it.
Yeah, once the sun was out. Yeah, the uphills are really different than anything I've ever experienced. Because you go up, you know, then you go down,
Wow.
then you go back up. And it's not just like a Sierra type thing. It's like you're going up like kind of a mountain, kind of a hill.
Well, it's more like
It's just
following
bizarre.
like the top
Yeah, of a
of
ridge
a
line.
ridge line, and
Yeah,
usually
it's true.
those
Boom.
go up and down. So you're
Yeah.
just following that. So it's not
Yeah.
like it's pointless.
No,
It's just the way they
yeah.
designed the trail wasn't to skirt along the edge.
Yeah.
It was to go on the top.
Yeah, I think it was too. Yeah, by design, they're not trying to keep the elevation consistent.
Yeah.
They want the kind of feel the form of the
Yeah.
of the mountain, and I totally get that.
But then we had all the uphill like done
yeah.
by the time we had lunch, and then we were cruising. The last couple of miles, it was ever so slightly up, but it was just exposed and hot.
Yeah. Now that part, were we going up? Because I thought we were going down then.
No, because like for like this like last mile or so.
Oh, the very last.
The very last.
Oh yeah, like there's the road right there. Basically, we're following it. Yeah, that was. Yeah, this trail is so bizarre. It just hooked onto this. It's almost like a connecting trail.
Well, it's a
road.
A road. We're on a road, basically.
Yeah. So when do we get off the road? Sometime tomorrow. Anyways, yeah, that was hard, but we hit our 20 miles, 20.1 or whatever. We hit our 20-mile mark, and that's great because tomorrow we're going to go for 25.
Yeah. We didn't really see we saw, Tin Man and
Grant. You saw Grant.
And
did we see the? We didn't see Quinn or
and Andrew we knew we weren't gonna see. Double something or
oh yeah, Andrew didn't see. Yeah, Quinn we did figure we weren't. Yeah,
the other guy.
Double stack. It's not double stack.
It's not that.
Double,
but
anyway,
that's what my brain thinks. But
yeah.
no, because
Super
he was probably like almost 2 miles ahead of us, and then he probably woke up earlier too.
So. Yeah, so they're camped further, but at least him, we're gonna see him on Sunday. It's like I think he wants to get in early so we can get all this stuff done.
Yeah,
and then maybe leave Monday morning. We will probably leave Monday afternoon. Is what we'll do, something like that.
Depending on
just the weather and all that. Yeah, because we do have some weather and some exposure coming, so we gotta we can't figure it out exactly, which is fine. So yeah, so tomorrow's 25. So today was good. We actually got to chat a little bit because some of the trail was nice, was kind of flat, and we didn't have to think about are we going to trip on this particular rock where we put our foot, over and over and over. So that was actually really nice. I enjoyed that. Oh, yeah, it was pretty quiet today.
I'm tired. Yeah, we really didn't. I mean, we saw a few people, but
we met two, or we kind of said hello, but there were two solo gals that we passed.
Yeah. Generally the solo gals don't say a whole lot.
They don't. They're pretty quiet.
Unless they feel unless they feel really
bunch of creepers. Yeah, some old guy comes up because I'll come up first a lot of times. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I get that.
You just don't. You never know. So
yeah.
And sometimes they're out here to be alone.
Be alone. Yeah, yeah. One of them she's not English first language speaker, but I'm not sure what it could.
She seems super sweet though.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
It could be like
I don't want to.
It could be Portuguese or Spanish, or it could be French. I couldn't get enough. She didn't say enough.
Yeah.
I couldn't pick up on what it was, but it was pretty cool. Whatever it was.
Yeah, because we saw her 3 times actually, because she walked past our area.
Yeah.
So. But yeah. So
it was a good 20 miles. My back is really tired. My back is sore. I wonder if it's from just the pounding downhills.
It's my feet that are really tired.
Really?
Yeah. My back and shoulders felt better today.
That's good.
I only used my trekking poles for the last uphill, and that was necessary.
I gotta get ibuprofen out. I gotta remember to do that. It just made me think about my back. Oh, and then I had my my right shoe, the insole. Which I love these insoles. It started squeaking.
Yeah.
Like, dang, like
just
every
add,
step.
Just add, 5 minutes to our time.
Yeah, because I had this. I said I got to get rid of the squeak. So I took them out. I
Yeah.
kind of reset them, and they were off a little bit, and they eventually kind of went away. But then, not completely. They came back. But that's really irritating because then you focus on it, and then you start saying, "Oh, am I like? Is it messing with my stride?"
Yeah.
You know, and you're not. And it's like you're on this great trail, and you're just squeak, squeak, squeak. You know, it's just like. I want some peace and quiet.
I didn't hear it. Oh, yeah. We did learn that there's a race for like like the whole Colorado Trail.
Yeah.
And most of the people that we saw today are on like day 5.
Yeah.
But it explains the copious amounts of people that we saw last night.
Yeah, they were still going by. I'm like, man, what are these people doing? And they were moving.
Yeah, they were moving fast.
Yeah, they were having a good time. They were full of stoke. We'd wave if they saw them. And
but we only saw a few guys today.
Yeah, like maybe 3 guys for us. And then we saw anyways, it's a race. Was it 500 miles?
The bike, I think, is like, it's in between 500 and 550.
Okay.
Because they have to go around certain wilderness areas.
Yeah. Oh, and one of them stopped.
Oh, yeah.
And we talked because he was having a little candy bar, and he's actually more of a thru-hiker.
Yeah,
and so he's basically having his tent.
Yeah.
It's the same tent we have. He has the same quilt I have, and he has that on his on his bike, which looks super tiny when it's all compacted.
It's all compressed.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. He's like, oh yeah, it's the same stuff. I just have some extra tools and things like that.
He's saying like a lot of the bikers will have bivvies. It's like the tent weighs just as much, and I have actually like room. Around.
Yeah, he says he sleeps a lot better. I went and asked about the pad though.
Oh.
I didn't see any pad. I wonder what he does for that. Dang, that would have been a good question.
Yeah.
So he might not use anything. God, I don't know. He got to do something.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he just has like a sit pad he puts on his hip.
He might if he's warm enough.
Yeah. I mean,
that's really
they don't
interesting.
Sleep very long, but
no, that would have been really good for me to know.
He got like 7 hours or something. Or no, that was another guy who said he got 7 hours and he was stoked.
Yeah. So all these different equipment things. So now what I'm thinking, I want to try, like Gabrielle's pad. I'm gonna instead of my blow up pad's been good for the JMT, and this one, which is pretty good for a blow up pad. I'm thinking, but. It'd be so nice just to lay it out on the ground here and like stretch my back and stuff. In fact, when Doubles, whatever, came to our camp, I said, yeah, come over to our camp last night before he continued on. He took out his pad, laid down, and did all sorts of Yeah, basically it's the same stuff I do. I'm like, hey, that's what I do on my back. So he's doing all sorts of stretching. And I'm thinking, oh, that would be so good because I have to do it in my tent. It's all awkward and everything. Yeah. So I might do that. I might try that this year. And if I get it from REI and it's too cold or doesn't work, I just take it back. I love REI, man. No wonder I buy all that kind of stuff from there. Anyway, so I might do that. And there was one other thing I thought I might try. My water filter is like, it's not any better than my mini squeeze that I have now. It is better than your squeeze. You think? Still,
yes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good because the thing when we did basically the cow poo water yesterday, actually the entire day was like questionable water kind of stuff. It didn't work that well. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to do, some people, they don't use the bottle. They have a pouch.
Oh, yeah.
And instead of compressing it, you kind of roll it down. And I think it's easier to force the water through. You can get it quicker.
I think you get more consistent pressure.
Yeah, more. And instead of just like, just destroying your bottle by continually crushing it.
You don't have to release the air.
Yeah. That's right. You just keep doing it.
Yeah.
So I might try that because all I have to do is figure out, okay, how many bottles, all that kind of stuff. And you just buy basically the bladder, whatever. Yeah, how much are those things? Have you looked at them?
I mean, it's probably like $20 or something.
Yeah, they're not like crazy expensive.
The thing for you though is where you're going to put a bladder of water on your pack because
I don't know, but maybe I don't have to have two bottles. I just have one bottle.
Yeah, but then
maybe you can roll it in that. Can you roll them up with water in them and stick them in the? I don't know. I got to figure that stuff out. But I'm excited about that. Gabrielle likes all the planning stuff. I like figuring out, trying some different gear and things like that. So
I don't mind doing that.
Yeah, my quilt rocks, so I'm so warm.
Because my backpack is clearly not as waterproof as it used to be.
Oh yeah, I'm going for a new backpack next year.
So like, but
Same brand probably. I love it.
I really like the backpacking. So I'd probably get another Hyperlight, but
I
I
think
I'd get a different.
if it
model.
has a lifetime guarantee or something like that,
Yeah.
I think you could send it back and they'll waterproof it because
the water's clearly it's not coming from the top area. It's coming from like the bottom, like almost like the very bottom.
Oh, how's it get in then? Like there's a hole in the Dyneema?
No, not well. No,
it
it's just because there's the way it's constructed. There's more seams and stuff at the in the bottom
okay,
areas.
the seams. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's the seams.
Yeah, so we'll see. I'll see when I get home. I mean, it's not it hasn't been like nothing in my bag has gotten wet because everything is in its own like
you have
self-supported
like you do the normal
bag,
thing.
But that is just kind of weird.
Yeah, so the bag.
But also like being able to, if I got a new bag and it wouldn't have the hip pockets, then having a fanny pack that's big enough to hold my film camera and snacks.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of options for next year for packs. The one I'm looking at, same brand, but it'll be a waterproof one though. It's got this new material they call it what, Eco Pack or Eco?
Yeah, Eco Pack.
Yeah, it's a kind of like a Dyneema kind of thing, but I guess better, stronger. I don't know.
It might be a little bit more durable.
Yeah, which would be pretty amazing. So I'd love a waterproof pack. That would be great.
But before I upgrade anything, it's the sleeping bag, because my sleeping bag weighs.
You're so warm in that thing, though.
It weighs like an extra pound.
Oh, yeah, that makes a difference. Yeah, I still got to figure out how to get some weight off my back.
I don't think you have anything else left to give, to be honest.
So that's it for today and more. So tomorrow, another clear day. And so it's going to be warmer. Yeah, it's going to be probably in the sunlight tomorrow. And we're going to go for 25 miles, which will put us the day after 17 miles, but it's a harder day, you said.
Yeah, because we basically end the kind of Cow Hill area and we go back into like more ridge lines. So there's more like climbs versus like hills.
Yeah, I tell you, there is so much cow crap all around here. It's like it's gross. It's all over the. Yeah, I was gonna lay back, and Gabrielle said, "Wait a second." I had to shoo off a little bit of cow poop. I would put my head in. It's old, but it's not like liquid.
Everything around us, it's got to be months old.
Oh yeah. There's nothing fresh.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's all around us. So I'll be glad to leave the cow country, and also the water.
But it hasn't been as bad as like I feel like people complain about.
Oh yeah, people the water stuff. Oh, the water, it tastes like whatever. I don't know.
I mean, we obviously still have several miles more of it.
Tomorrow, we have some more.
But people are like, oh, they're pointless up and downs. It's like the Appalachian Trail. Like, I don't think this is anything like the Appalachian Trail.
No, it's not raining all the time.
And
no ticks.
There were some ups and downs, but on the Appalachian Trail, it's like straight up and straight down.
Well, I was wondering about this. I was wondering if this is kind of what it's like on that trail.
But I think it's more extreme than what we've had. And it's like the meadows they're beautiful.
They're totally beautiful, and our bodies need. Well, I say they need a break, but we did 20 miles and my back hurts. We get 25 tomorrow, but I really am looking forward. It's nice to have the different terrains, though. Yeah, I think it's good for my body. So yeah. Anything else, Lee?
No.
All right. Well, good night for day 22 from Craig and Gabrielle, and we'll see you for day 23 tomorrow for our first 25-mile together.
No, we've done a 30
Not with
miles.
packs on, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, first backpacking 25-miler together, which we'll need to get up to the, we need to get to the 20s. Eventually, even for other trails.
Yes.
We got to be a respectable thru-hiker. You got to be able to just nail, 20 miles. All right, good night. We have an addendum because, we say, I've never done 25, blah, blah, blah. But we've been crushing it this trip. So Gabrielle has a few mileage things.
Yes, we've done 19 and a half twice.
Yeah.
And we did that like the first leg of the trip.
Yeah, when we were like
unintentionally.
Yeah.
And then we've done 18.9 twice.
And then a bunch of 17s and 18 whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not like the 20s like, oh, it was just like we needed to hit the 20 today. And then we really want to be able to do the 25. So we're not completely pathetic. All right. Our stats. Oh my gosh. I looked at my watch because I wanted the elevation. We're about 10,000 right now. Okay. I have 43,000 steps.
We're at 97, but.
Oh, we're 97. Oh, my watch.
I'm at 46,000.
Woo! Nice. 46. I have 43. I have, well, calories. I have about 3,900.
I have 35. It was a big day.
Kill. Yeah, so tomorrow, I bet you tomorrow I'll be over like 4,000 calories. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we just, oh, by the way, talking about calories, we checked our food. I basically just have exactly what I wanted, and I wish I had more because I'm getting kind of hungry.
Yeah,
You're a little short, aren't you?
Well, it's so, I have enough food. It's just, for some reason, like, I didn't bring, like, another day of, like, Pop-Tarts or oatmeal. But I have, like, extra bars, basically. So I'll be fine. It's just the type of food.
Good.
Basically.
So yeah, food thing, that when you get close, you start figuring out, okay, exactly how many do I have?
But I am getting a little bit more hungry. And I have a squeeze pouch of peanut butter.
Oh, yeah. Come on, that's like a day's worth of food.
That's my, I have
It's heavy, too.
I have that for, like, my little snacks during the meals where I'm like, oh, I'm hungry, but there's nothing left to eat.
Oh, I have the little salted pretzels with peanut butter inside.
I also have those.
I have those instead of Fritos. Yeah, I'll switch back to Fritos next time. All right, that's it. We're completely done for the night.